fresh, freshy, flex, fresh, fresh, freshy, flex, fresh, Helmets, next, kabit cafe breath.
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate,
Hey.
activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate.
Hey, hey.
Let's go.
They say I ain't saved because I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business because they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey.
Let's go.
They say I ain't saved because I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business because they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey.
Let's go.
They say I ain't saved because I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business because they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
hey.
Hi. Hi. Good morning. Okay, I'm late, so and y'all said that to say what? Okay. Is oh, what about it? You can do something about it. You can check me. You can check me. You can check me. I was late. Okay. Whatever. It is what it is. Okay. Whatever. Welcome back to the Shine Boy Show. I love you all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, y'all should be used to me being late. I'm Regina George. I'm the hip plastic. So I'm gonna do what I want to do. It's my party and I cry if I want to. So guys, I'll be here. And that's all I can say. I'll be around. That's all I can say. So and I'm not changing the time and stuff. I don't be feeling like doing all of that. I don't be feeling like doing all of that because I'm, it's like I'm coming anyway. Okay, I'm amazing. It's all right. Okay, you guys are welcome. All right. So welcome back to my show. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Yes, I am very rude. I am very rude. Yes, I'm proud of that. Yes. Ooh. Oh, I liked how you said that too. You put a couple exclamations with that. Yes, Lord. Yes, mean as hell. Rude. Rudeness. That's me. Sean, rudeness anyway. So, oh my God. So I love you guys. I hope you guys are having a good morning. I mean, it is what it is. I've been getting a lot of inboxes About Jaguar, right. Clearly I'm her keeper. Clearly I'm her keeper. So I'm just like, you don't know what's going on with her? Me neither. Like, I mean, I know what you know. I know what's public. I know that. Other than that, now I can give y'all update on other things, but I don't really have an update. A shout out to Faith Keeper. Oh, we love it here, Sean. Oh my God, I love you. Good morning. Good morning. Hair flip. Good morning, sweetie. Hey, girl. Hey, Mr. Poppington is what I be, girl. Hair flip, absolutely. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good. She said hey to y'all chat. Y'all say hi to my girl, Rashonda, girl. My girl, thank you, California girl, for the cash app, the super sticker. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. And thank you, girl. She's in your pocket. More like helmet. More like she's in my helmet. Okay? Now, little baby helmet did not make it. Okay? I'm still over here mourning this shit. No one cares. Jaguar lost our child. Okay? Hey, Tip West. Girl, I'm sad. I'm still sitting over here with postpartum. Nah. Still sitting over here looking at what should have been. Little baby helmet. Now I'm just sitting over here sitting in the girl that I'm thinking about. On a baby helmet that passed away. Oh, baby helmet. Oh my goodness. And I really miss Jack Wire being free. Oh my God. Even though baby helmet is gone away, I hope he in a better place. I done lost a whole child. Now I got Jaguar in my helmet. I'm sitting over here dealing with all of this. I'm a woman in and out of jail. She lost our child. I'm taking care of our other son, Sam. Mother-in-law, still down there in Shreveport. All of this while a baby is gone. And I'm over here mourning this shit. Y'all need to think about that. Nah. Sick of y'all. Now let's get into this damn title. Go through this every day. Now, the title say Jaguar's family struggles to get Mother Francis out of Shreveport. Okay? And the family drama explained. All right? Now, it's over 1,000 of y'all in here. Why? I don't know. Why? I don't know. But there's over 1,000 of y'all up in here. So why I have y'all, okay, hit the like. Hurry up. Hit the like. All right? It's the least y'all could do. I'm not over here asking y'all for even for no money. Okay. Now let me get back to my damn show. Now what that word is, let me pull this up so I can put my girl up here. Put my girl up here. Jaguar up here. Put my girl up here, y'all. Look at my girl. Now, Jaguar's mother is still in Shreveport. Okay. Now, but the bombs dropped a couple days ago. It was a few people that came live and they said it. Okay. Now, I was taking, I'm going to let them be Poppington hiatus, right? Because I got a real life. I got stuff going on, moving, all that, right? And yes. And, okay, there are people. Hold on a minute. Oh, okay. And there are people, because last time I put this up, maybe y'all remember Burnt Gap was in the comments, talk to herself, going, him. I'm like, who's she talking to? I'm like, not even over there. But like, whatever. So, y'all, that's what that word. Now, on my break, I knew that Miss Francis, Mama Wright, did not leave Shreveport. Okay. Now, this needs to be broke down. All right. On both sides. Okay. Who was burnt, gap, and unfit. Okay. An unfit mother. Don't even matter. They all the same. Pathetic. So just think about an unfit mother and boom, you got her. No matter who it is, no matter what race, nationality, they are one. Okay. They are one. So that's who that is. That's who that were. Because I want to explain this properly. So Jaguar's mother has been with Jaguar for quite some time. Okay. Now I know the last time we was live and we talked about this, we had Lachelle Wright. Shout out to Lachelle Wright. She wanted to come up. She came up and she spoke. And while she was here, she said that, they were going to do everything in their power to get their mother and Sam elsewhere. Right. So that's what they did. So Sam is safely with his father. Everything's good. And with Sam leaving, I want to express this publicly because I don't know if I have, but Sam left on his own. Okay. Nobody forced Sam to leave. Nobody was like, Sam, leave. You got to get out of there. You got to get out of there. Hurry up, run. Like, nobody did or said anything like that. All of us, from what I know, that was talking to Sam, I can speak for myself only. Yeah. But he chose it himself. Like he felt like I should go. I should go and be with my father. And of course, we were going to support it. So that's all that happened. If he wanted to stay, I think a lot of us would have been sad. But at the same time, I feel like we still would have, been like, okay, well, if you figure out a way, if you're going to be there, you have to figure out how you're going to be there. Expecting for the public to take care of you is not an option. So it's not going to be every time there's a problem that we're going to run to the public like, hey, can you cash app? Can you do? We're not going to do that. We absolutely are not. If you're going to be an adult and decide to stay there, then you need to figure something out. Just like if you're going to be an adult and decides to leave, you need to figure something out while you're leaving. So if you're going to leave and go to be where your father is or where your aunt is, because he had options, okay? He had options. He decided to go and be with his father. His decision. If he would have decided to go and be with Lachelle, that would have been his decision. And if he would have decided to stay in Louisiana, that would have been his decision too. Okay, his choice was his father, Sam Sr. So shout out to Sam Sr., okay? And shout out to Sam Jr., okay? He's doing fine. He's doing absolutely great. Spoke to him this morning. He's doing fine. Now, let's shift over into Mama Wright, okay? Now, Mama Wright needed to do the same thing. She needed to decide to go on her own, all right? You can't drag her out of the situation, okay? She's an adult, all right? A stubborn one, but she's an adult, all right? Now, the family even requested that they would even drive to get her, whatever they need to do, they're willing to do. She said out of her own mouth, Mama Wright, even if y'all drive here, I'm not getting in that car. I'm not going to work with y'all, okay? And not because she fears them, not because she thinks that they're going to treat her badly, not because she thinks that they're not going to put her in a good situation, all because her daughter Jaguar. She wants to be there for her. Okay. She wants to be where she is. Right. So that means that this is years. Okay. Years of this energy going back and forth between Jaguar and her mother. So her mother looks at Jaguar as like more so of her golden child. If you were listening to Lachelle when she was here, I had the pleasure of speaking with her outside of here after the show. We spoke more. And whatnot. If you listen to her, she stated that Jaguar was the golden child, the one from the marriage. So we need to clarify. That's why I said we're going to explain this, and then we'll get back to, Mama Wright. Lachelle is adopted. Okay, the sister Lachelle Wright that came up here to speak is adopted. Right, she's not Jaguar's father's daughter. Okay, they have the same mother, but they have different fathers. Lachelle had already been born long before Jaguar. She's 9 years older than Jaguar. Okay. So Lachelle was 9 years old when Jaguar was born. Okay. So there's a significant age difference there, right there. Okay. So she was already born, Lachelle, and adopted by Jaguar's father before Jaguar was ever even born. So it's like Lachelle, that's not to say her dad, but he was her dad before he was Jaguar's for 9 years. I mean, for years, and because she's 9 years older than Jag. So again, Lachelle was a part of the Wright family long before Jaguar was even thought of. Okay. So let me repeat that. Lachelle's mother, Frances, married a man and already had Lachelle. Lachelle was already born. Okay. She was already born. Right. And then she married him. And when she married him, he adopted Lachelle, and Frances and her husband that adopted Lachelle had Jaguar Wright. So are we clear on that? Lachelle is 9 years older than Jaguar. Okay. So again, a significant age difference, So by the time Jaguar 10, Lachelle 19, 20. So there's what is a 20-year-old and a 19-year-old gonna hang out about? What they got to talk about? What they discussing? Okay. So it's easy to have friction between the two with the ages being so far apart. Okay. All right. Now, with that being said, when Lachelle turned 19, she had her first child. All right. And when she had her baby, she moved out of the house. When she moved out of the house, being a new mother, and whatnot, moving out of the house. Okay. Because it's not my stories. I'm not going to tell you the whole story. I'm just going to tell you the stories that go with what we're talking about. Okay. When Lachelle moved out of the house at 19 years old, Jaguar felt left behind. Okay. Because what we didn't know, if you paid attention again to what Lachelle was saying, her mother has had problems, mental problems for a very long time. Okay. So even while Lachelle was home with Jag when they were still being, raised together, and before Lachelle aged out of the home, Jaguar and Lachelle would take care of their mother. There were certain things that they would do for her. Okay. And their father would leave it to them to do. They took care of their mom, Lachelle and Jaguar. It wasn't just Lachelle, it was Jaguar too. Okay. They both took care of their mom. All right. While all of this is going on, Lachelle was more so of the average child being born. Jaguar was not. Jaguar suffers from mental illness too, and obviously it's hereditary and had been passed down. Okay. But while Jaguar was coming up, she was not diagnosed with anything. So they just looked at her as pretty much as like eccentric. She has always been a storyteller. She has always said certain things, done certain things, and whatnot. So again, that's the family story to tell. It's not for me to tell. But again, with knowing that there's something necessarily not right with her, their mother coddled Jaguar. So because any child, I'm going to say, any parent that is raising a child that either suffers from mental illness, or a defect or anything like that, from birth, um, you usually have a certain energy towards them because you know that they're going to have certain behaviors, and stuff like that. So you kind of baby them. You latch onto them because you feel like they need you. That kid needs me more than the other. If you got a kid that is doing amazing in school and then you have a kid that's flunking in school, you're going to pay more attention to the one that's flunking, than the one that's. So that's why the energy has always been more so of their mother has always kind of looked at Lachelle as, you're fine. You got it. You're the okay child. This one needs me. Jaguar, she needs me, with everything that she's going through and her diagnoses, when again, she didn't have one. So they just looked at her as, kind of like how they looked at Francis. They kind of looked like they're a little off, if you will. But again, no diagnoses, no medicine to treat what was going on. So coming up as they grew, again, Lachelle aged out of the house, and she aged out of the house quickly, with Jaguar because they're 9 years apart, so it's just by the time Jaguar getting up and really starting life, like 10, 11 years old, her big sister's already leaving, type of situation, right? So when Lachelle left, remember, they took care of their mother together. They did it as, sort of a team, if you will, kind of yin and yang. But Lachelle leaving, all that responsibility now falls onto Jaguar. So all of the things that they allegedly have to do for their mother, now Jaguar has to do it all. So when Jaguar, even still to this day, Lachelle says, when they get into it, Jaguar will say, you left me. You left me there with them. Okay. So that's resentment right there. Resentment, right? You can hear it. Jaguar resents her mother. There's resentment towards her mother and there's resentment towards her father. You can hear it like that. You left me there with them is what she was stating. Now, like Lachelle said, Jaguar wasn't getting beat, or anything like that. It was the house was fine, with Jaguar on Jaguar's end. She was like, more sort of a spoiled girl, like she got what she wanted. Coming up, they lived in a very nice area. Coming up, so she was more sort of a spoiled child, and whatnot. So when her saying what Jaguar stating, you left me there, it's not like she left her in hell. I didn't leave you, in a bad situation. No, I did not. Was our father militant? Which Lachelle says yes. So when Jaguar says, speaks about him being militant, she is telling the truth, about that. He was very strict, a very stern type of man, but he didn't hurt Jaguar. Like he did nothing to her. Like he didn't. That's why she loved him. Like she loved her dad. And she still expresses how she loves her father to this day. So you can tell that there is love there, and there is love when it comes to her mother, but she has resentment towards both of them. Okay. She resents them both because of the things that she's had to either do, rather it was taking care of her mother, and she resents her father because her father didn't step in and help, was always placed on the daughters to take care of the mother. And then Lachelle leaves. So then Lachelle leaving, Jaguar feels like not only did he abandon me, you abandoned me too, type of situation. That's where all that resentment comes from. Now, Jaguar's, first of all, with people saying that she was R-worded, that came after. That came later. Jaguar never expressed her father doing anything to her. She never expressed her mother doing anything to her. So when it comes to Jaguar and her R-wording and her essay, that's for her to talk about. I'm leaving that completely out of what I'm talking about. That has nothing to do with nothing. This is a family dynamic. This has nothing to do with that. That is Jaguar's story. Go talk to her about that. I don't know when it started happening. I don't know when that falls into this picture. I don't know. You gotta go talk to her about all of that. So with that being said, Jaguar feeling abandoned, by her sister, and she feels abandoned by her father, and she feels abandoned with the responsibilities that she had to take care of her mother. She still pulled that along with her. That is where Francis comes in. That is why it is going to be a hard thing to separate them. It's going to be hard because Francis has been through a lot of trauma. They have a lot of trauma bonding that they've done, along the way. So Francis still looks at Jaguar as her little baby that has these problems and needs my help and needs my assistance. So it's no different than how when Jaguar would get in trouble in school, and stuff like that, how her mother would be right there and more so enabling the situation than trying to correct the situation. No different with family members. When Jaguar would have certain problems with family members, instead of trying to correct the situation, the mother does not. She leaves it as is because she looks at it, oh, it's just because, she has problems. She has behaviors. When Miss Mama Wright is suffering from things herself. So it's not going to be easy for her to register like it was easier for Sam, to register because he's common sense is very common to Sam. So he's not dumb. He's very intelligent. So when you're expressing things like this to him, like, hey, this is your situation, but you can do this and you can do this, he's going to choose wisely because he's intelligent. But and he is sane enough to judge his future. And be like, okay, well, if I do this, if I do this, if I do this, okay, this is the better option. I should do this. His common sense and intelligence is telling him to do that. Not saying that Mama Wright is not intelligent, but her brain waves are moving differently. They're not moving how Sam's are. Sam is going to think more logical. Mama Wright is not. She isn't going to do that. All she sees is that her baby is in trouble and she needs to help her. She's always looked at Jaguar that way, and she's always going to like that. It just is what it is. Like, you can't break that. And if you are, it's not going to be overnight. It's going to take time. It's a process. Because all she knows is Jaguar. In her mind, if I'm not with her, no one's going to take care of her. I have to take care of her. Like, it's what her mom draws to immediately. And again, learning these things about Jaguar, it does not make me feel, to a certain extent, I kind of feel like bad for her, but it doesn't excuse anything. It's a difference with when you're explaining something and excusing something. I'm explaining to you some of the background, the history, so you can think differently when you hear about these type of situations instead of them not being explained. So that's all I'm doing, but I'm not sticking up for anything. It doesn't excuse anything that Jaguar's doing. Everything that she did to go to jail and all of that stuff, back and forth, all of that stuff, it does not excuse those things. It kind of explains them, but it doesn't excuse it. It's not like it's okay now that it's not okay. Because if you're saying that it's okay, then excusing something is enabling them so that they keep doing it. The cycle keeps repeating, itself versus to wanting to change it. It doesn't change. So it's good to have an explanation for things. So then when you see certain stuff, you have a better understanding. That's all. So that's what I'm saying with this situation with their mother Francis. Like, it's no excuse because people think like, oh, I will go get my mom. I will go do this. I will go do that. Okay, well, your mom is probably understanding. If your mom was in a bad situation or not the best situation, and you could come and take them out of that situation, they would probably just take the help. Just because you care about them and then, whatever. But if they have the same situation, then you're not just going down there and just getting your mom because they have to come willingly. Are you literally going to grab them and throw them into a vehicle and stuff like that? That's abuse. Like, you don't get to take people's decisions away from them, even if you don't think that they're thinking clearly. You still don't get to take away their decisions. Like I was telling the family, encourage her. When you talk to her more so in a way to where you're giving her an option. People like having options. When you take options away, then it's more so of a dictation versus me giving you advice. Advice and dictating are two different things. You're not going to come to your kid's room and say, hey, you should probably clean up your room. You're going to clean up this room. Dictating, meaning do it. Meaning you don't have no other option, type of situation. No, that's not a optional thing, so you don't get to do that. If people didn't want Jaguar telling her mom what to do and taking certain rights away from her, then why do y'all want the family to do it? Like, two wrongs don't make it right. So she needs to come on her own, because then the change will stick because she wants to do it. if they force her to go, as soon as she can get on the first thing smoking to get back, she's going to. She is able-bodied. She knows how to book things. She knows how to transport. She knows how to do all of that. She absolutely does. Just when it comes to other things, she lacks. But she could do a lot. Like, she got her medicine, all of that. She has her medicine. She got it on her own from Walmart. She got her medicine. Absolutely. She's still down there. She's staying in a hotel. She's fine. She's doing okay. So she's doing all that by herself. No one's helping her do those things. She's doing them on her own. But okay. So yeah, and she's very stubborn. So yes, she does have her meds. I know y'all wanted to know that. That's one of the updates that I didn't want to give you. She does have her medication. She does, and she did buy some clothes. She has clothes, and stuff now. Because remember when that U-Haul was taken, all of that stuff was in there. All of that stuff was in there. All of it. All of it was in there. So all of her clothing, all of Sam's clothing, all of Jaguar's clothing, it was all in there. So they had nothing, literally, besides the things that they had on them. So, but yeah, she's bought clothes. She went and got some food this morning. She's at the Waffle House. She's at the Waffle House this morning. So, yes. So I do want to tell y'all that because I know y'all wanted to know she has her medication. She absolutely does. Shout out to the over 2K in the building right now. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Shout out to Tony for the super sticker. I love you as well. Thank you so much, sweetie. Someone in the chat asked if I met Jaguar. Absolutely not. I have not. Yeah. So, do you know when Jaguar will be released from jail? No. As far as I'm concerned, I don't believe she's been. Hi, the Official King Pain. I love you. Hi, friend. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my friend, the Official King Pain, over here on YouTube. Love you. Do you know? Okay, so no, I do not know when Jag is going to be released. I do not know. I know that she has charges and new ones. I don't know how that's going to go. I have no idea. I don't even know if she's been extradited yet. For last I heard, she hasn't been. So I have no idea. No idea. And no, I have not spoke to her. If anyone has said that in the chat, again, Jack is in jail. Well, I believe she's in holding until she's sent to jail. But she's in jail, so she can't make those calls willy-nilly to just any and everybody, like she was doing before. So yeah, she's, as far as I know, the only person that she spoke to is Francis. That's all I know, because I know that that Jag's mom has been putting money on her books. And not only has she, and that's fact, she's been putting money on Jag's books, and she got Jag an attorney. So, like I told y'all, she's very capable. She's very capable. She's very capable. From what I'm gathering, yes, she does have an attorney, and Mama Wright allegedly found her an attorney. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, she does. But yeah, allegedly she found her an attorney. Well, I'm not gonna say allegedly, she did. And she has been putting money on her book so that she could make phone calls and stuff. So yes, she has been assisting her daughter. Like I said, she looks at her as the golden child. And that's another thing that Lachelle said over here, is that she looks at Jaguar as the golden child because she was born of the marriage, meaning Jaguar is her only child from her husband. So yeah. Okay, the money I heard that she has is running low. And I'll tell y'all this. So I don't know how to say this. Okay, so because I don't want to just put like people business out there. Shout out to Polly. I love you too. Thank you for the super sticker, sweetie. Thank you so much. Sam called me this morning, and Sam basically requested my help to help her. Um, I'm not saying the other part, but yeah. So it's running low. I will say that. It's expensive, stank motels and stuff like that. Like, so I'll say that. I'll say that. Shout out to T Baby for the super sticker. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you so much. So I don't know. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Yeah, okay. And bye. Yeah, we ain't got to time people out there out just by Dusty. So yeah, I'm not. And the reason I'm not going to assist is because if she wants to stay there, then she needs to figure it out, because she has a whole family that is requesting her, look, we will take care of you. We will come and get you. We will do whatever we need, but you have to come be with us. So if she wants to stay there, then she needs to figure out how she's going to stay there, is all I'm going to say. I'm not assisting, because at this point in time, there is family that is willing to do what I can't and like truly support you, and you're denying it. So if you're going to deny your family's assistance, I'm not about to step in the middle of it and overthrow how the family feels, because they're not even doing that. Now, they helped her to make sure she got her medicine and all of that stuff. Lachelle, make sure that she had her medicine and all that stuff, make sure she called in her script, all of that. So the family is very so much still helping, although they shouldn't be. Because they, that's even, I understand, make sure she gets the medicine, but I do feel like they've been helping in small ways. And it's just like, no, if she wants to stay there, she can get attorneys. If she can put money on books, if she can do all of that stuff, then girl, go home. Like your family is willing to be there for you, and you don't want it. So you expect me to sit there and say, I'm not about to take care of you and keep you down. I'm not about to do that. I'm not. I'm not. So yeah, y'all ain't got to worry about that. Yeah, that's not happening. I'm not putting up no cash apps. I'm not doing none of that. It's just that simple. I'm not going against what the family thinks. And the family wants you with them, but they want you to come on your own, at your own leisure. They don't want to have to force you to do. They feel like people have been forcing you to do things, and it's time for you to take control. But let us help you take control. I'm not against that, and I feel like it would be enabling if I would. Oh yeah, let me send you some money so you can stay at a hotel. No, you don't have to be there. You're choosing to be. So if you are, you must have a plan. You must have a plan. She's older than me, because I'm going to my family, and I'm especially if they sitting there with open arms. Most families don't look at Legina. Her family ain't sent no bus ticket. Her family ain't tried to get no car. Her family, but they say she trafficked and all of that stuff. No, she not. She a grown woman that didn't want to be where she was at no more. What's that got to do with me? What's that got to do with you? What's that got to do with anybody? That was her decision. She's grown. She wasn't trafficked. Are you kidding me? Look her place. So look at her family. Well, look what they swore they care. Okay, well, where y'all at? Jaguar's family willing to send anything to you. If we could send you on a flight, a bus, a train, we got to come pick you up. It is what it is. We'll come and we'll make sure you get got. She's saying no. She's saying, if you could pull up right now and I wouldn't get in the car, what are they supposed to do? Like, their hands are tied. So as I said, she's been conditioned, if you will. I mean, it's like Stockholm. So, you got to let it run its course. Once you realize that Jackie's not getting out anytime soon, Jaguar, that as of right now, she's not getting out anytime soon. Extradition could take weeks alone. And she has new charges. So she's not getting out anytime soon. She will, eventually, but not anytime soon. So it's like, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting for? So the more she realizes that Jack's not coming home, at least not right away, maybe that help her. Like nudge her, like, okay, well. So I mean, at this point, I feel like she's on her own. If she feels that she can stay there, she will do it without my assistance. I'm not going to go against that family. Like they said the same thing. She needs to come to us. Where if she runs out of money, when she runs out, if she calls us and asks us for money, we're going to say, no, let us come and get you. Or if you want to still get on the bus, or we'll come and get you ourselves, or whatever. Like, I'm not going to go against that. So I'm not going to enable her to stay somewhere she doesn't have to stay. I'm not about to come forward and ask people for their hard-earned money for people that they've already assisted. I mean, it's okay to help somebody, but ain't nobody about to take care of nobody. Like, no. The public or Shine the Bill is not about to take care of you. We'll help you. Yeah, we'll assist, but we're not going to take care. We got our own families and children, and stuff to take care of. We don't have time for that. We already taking care of our household. We don't have time to be taking care of other ones as well. So yeah, I will not be sending a dime. I will not be. And again, I've helped Jaguar every single time anything has happened to her. Like, so I've been more than a good friend, more than a good friend. So that's the last thing a person could come for, is how me being a friend, because I'm a real friend. I say that all the time. Like, I'm a real friend, and a real friend will tell you when you're doing wrong, and this is wrong. What Jaguar's doing is wrong. She knew to take that U-Haul back. She knew to unload it. All of that stuff. She didn't do none of the above. She was just running around reckless. And when you're running around, consequences. So it is what it is. Like, whatever. I mean, a real friend will tell you that. And so it's just like, all friend, they keep coming after you. All friend, that it's DeSoto. No, it's not. Girl, you want Louisiana. Like, girl, no. Like, it's not them, I promise. Did Jack and Legina make up? No. So I just sort of smile, see that's why you my boy. No, I'm just saying shout out to you. Thank you for the super sticker. But yeah, I just don't think that a real friend ain't gonna tell you, like, a real friend will tell you the truth. Whether you want to hear it or not. And real truths are hard to hear. That they are, and they're also hard to say. They are. If you feel like your friend is doing something that they shouldn't be doing, it is very hard to tell them that. It is very hard. I do not know if she has a Cash App. I do not know. I have no idea. I've never been given it. I only have Sam's. But I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, they tell you the truth. So, but they're still your friend because they tell you the truth because they love you. They're not telling you the truth to hurt you or make you feel badly, or anything like that. And again, if I can only support you, if I can't tell you when I'm not fond of what you are doing, then I don't want to be a friend. So that's what I said. If Jaguar has a problem with me or had a problem with me, I wouldn't care, because like I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Legina has done more than enough. I really don't see what else Legina needs to do. Legina done bailed her out of jail, and that bail that Legina did, Jaguar forfeited it. I mean, man, I feel like the helping is over. I feel like the helping is over. When it comes to that, I feel like the helping is over. Shout out to Angela Free for the super sticker. Thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying, because I want to answer, because y'all be having good questions a lot of times. Okay, the family needs to be a bit stronger. They need to go get her and tell her she has to come. I do know that they have been on the phone every single day. Her own sisters, and when I say her own sisters, I mean Miss Mama Wright, Francis. Her own sisters are on the phone with her. She won't even listen to them. She won't even listen to her own sisters. Both of her sisters on the phone, like, look, you need to come, like, girl. And she ain't budging. She is not budging. She is not. I'm just saying. Yeah, that is very weird. Very so much weird because I'm just like, she did help. I mean, what else is she supposed to do? I mean, she literally bailed her out of jail. Literally bailed her out of jail. It's like, what up? And she forfeited that. She could have got Legina in trouble for not going to court. You know, that's what I said. That's real. That's like fact. So I don't know. That's I'm like, that's a little weird that people would expect Legina to do anything. And she was cussing Legina out before she left. What? Like, why would Legina do anything? Y'all hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. It's over 2,300 y'all in here. Hit the like. I came in late. So where's Mom and Sam at this point? Sam is with his father. Mom is still in Louisiana. Shout out to Denise. She says, Sean, you've been here before and have an old soul, extremely knowledgeable and mature. Thank you so much, sweetie. I feel like I have been here before because I want to come back. I do, girl. I do. I feel like I'm coming back, girl. Shout out to Eternity. She says you can't force a competent right? I'm saying it right. Person to leave. That's kidnapping. Correct. Do anybody even know if Jag had a home in Shreveport? Because she said she had a beautiful home there. Now, I'll say this. There was a nice home in Shreveport, but it wasn't hers. I mean, she wanted it, but it wasn't hers. She didn't actually like have it. She didn't like have it, but Legina went in on Jag first. What? What? No, sweetie. Jag went on to Burnt Gap's show. It was late at night, actually, like late at night, early in the morning. And she went on there going ham on Legina. That's what that word. Yeah. She went on there going ham. Going ham on Legina. And then Legina went live after she woke up. Because they have been on the phone. Jaguar and so no, actually Jaguar went in on Legina. Okay, P said she paid the deposit. What deposit? Ayana need to intervene, girl. No, I think Mama Payne, Lord, shout out to Mama Payne. She must be on my mind. Hey, Mama Payne, love her. Oh my God, shout out to King Payne and Mama Payne. So I miss her. Oh my God, I love her. So I just think that, Jack did a lot. She did a lot. She absolutely did a lot. She did. So Burnt Gap has me in stitches. For real, she went on to Burnt Gap's show and she was cussing Legina out because Legina and Jag were on the phone. And then after they hung up on that phone call, she went on to Burnt Gap's live. And then she started cussing Legina out. And then the next morning, Legina said something on IG. But Legina did not say something first. It was Jag. Jag started it. She absolutely did because she called me right after. Jag was like, so me and Legina, I'm like, girl. And then she went in and she told me that she had went on to Talk Show and Burn Gap. She was over there and running amok. So yeah. So no, it wasn't Legina. Legina didn't want no problems. She didn't. She didn't want no problems. She did. Legina definitely finished it. Legina was like, girl. So yeah, absolutely. Who is Burnt Gap? An unfit mother. With licorice, black licorice in the middle of her mouth. Yes, an unfit mother. Just type it in on Google. It'll pop right up. What Jag said on OKP show, saying you took care of me, etc. I almost want to drop the link for you so you come explain. Because I want to be there with you. Okay. So, hi. Someone in the chat just says hi. So yeah, I because Sam did say something that happened, and that's another thing that makes me worry. So I'm just like, okay, well, she needs to get to the family, but it has to be her decision. I really don't see what the family is supposed to do. But I do think they're getting closer. I do think that they have made progress with her deciding that this may be the better option for her to go and be with the family. So I do want to say that they have made progress. Okay. They have made progress. They have. So it's not like it's just the battle is over. The battle is over. Like, no, it's not. But they have made progress. So I will say that it's leaning towards she may be. She may be. She may be. Tupac's wife said, "Where's mom still in the hotel?" Correct. Yes, but they are making progress. I do want to say that. They are making progress. Shout out to Dr. Nikki, moderator. We don't backstab over here. We here for love. Absolutely. Hey, Shelly. Hi. Hi, Dr. Nikki girl. Hi, Dr. Nikki girl. Thank you for the super sticker. I made the 800 like. Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like. It's over 2,500 of you in the building. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. No nonsense, says Sean. I'm so happy you didn't say anything about that other thing concerning her mom. Thank you. No, absolutely. Like I said, I'm not about to put people like business on Front Street, like that. I don't feel like it's necessary. I'll just tell y'all what y'all know so far, and what y'all know. The last thing y'all know that she was in Louisiana, in a hotel. So I feel like it's safe to tell y'all that because y'all already know. But things that y'all literally don't know, I don't feel like you need to. It's I feel like there's enough of the family's business out there. And if it's going to be told, I feel that they should tell it. They should tell it, not me. For me to do. Yes, the likes are free. The likes are free. Please, please, please. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. The longer Jag is in jail, she realized that Jag is there for the long haul. I agree, and I think that has helped with her possibly changing her mind, okay, and coming home to be with her family. Is that she's saying that she probably ain't getting out no time soon, so there's really no reason for me to stay here. Absolutely. Shout out to Felicia. Says hello, Sean. Hello. Sending love from the Bronx. Shout out to the Bronx. VX all day, dead ass. Shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to Vanessa. She says, give me a rock. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, sweetie. For the cash or the super sticker. I always say. Kimberly says, at least downgrade the room. The mom doesn't need 2-bedroom suite. Now, I will give y'all this too, because a lot of y'all have been asking me about the car. Now, last we heard, the car was supposed to be getting repossessed, and things like that. Okay. So she's not at that hotel anymore. I'll just say that. She's not at that hotel anymore. So she doesn't have that super expensive hotel. Well, it's not super expensive, but it's like $200 and something a night. So she's not there anymore. For what I'm being told, she's not there. Welcome, Ayana. Welcome. Am I saying that right? Ayana? Welcome. I know exactly where she's at. The person that wrote that, I'm not trying to give out like her exact location. Like, what do we need to know exactly where she's at for? Should we also put up like, do you want me to put up the map of where she's at? Like, just because you don't have bad intentions and know where she is doesn't mean other people won't. Good afternoon, Jolie. It does not mean that other people won't. So we don't need to know exactly where she's at. We don't need longitude and latitude. We don't need a pinpoint. We don't need a pin dropped. We don't need to know exactly where she's at. Like I say, she's in Shreveport. Like, do you want me to tell you the hotel room and the hotel room, parking lot? Like, you know all that too? Like, girl, what does that matter? Like, let's give out her exact destination. For what? Her location needs to be known. Why? What you about to pull up? For what? Like, weird. I'm gonna say exactly what I said. I'm not giving out exactly where she's at for what. Like, what do people need to know that for? Like, that's weird. Like, we don't know exactly where you at. Like, so you put other people addresses and stuff out basically where they are, their locations. Put yours out first, please. Give us yours, because if you feel like it's dumb to give yours, then like, people are already calling the police on these people at any chance they get and stuff like that. Like, no, the woman has her medicine and stuff. People will still call the police over there on her. Oh, go over there and do a wellness checking out just for content. Oh, the police just stuff over there with Jaguar's mom. And it's like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Like, we don't need to know exactly where she is. That is not needed. But yeah, I do not believe she's in the hotel that she was in anymore. No, that first hotel, no, was too expensive. So she's no longer there, and she hasn't been there for days. So yeah, I will say that. I will say that. Yay. She's not there. That's all that matters. They're trying to call again. They definitely could be. They definitely could be. They've been calling them. They've been calling them. So, I mean, I really don't want to answer this. I really don't want to answer this, so I'm just gonna skip it. But good question. I just don't want to answer it. So yeah, it's a very sad situation. It is. It is a sad situation. Unapologetically Black. I like that name. Says Billy Bob and Bubba Gump at the motorcycle shop. Okay. Be nice. Be nice. Bunny Tree says what they do with her car shine. Bunny, don't ask me that. I don't want to talk about that. Was it repossessed? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I will tell you that. Not yet. Is Sam still with his grandma as well? No. And I want to say this too, because a lot of people are just like, well, why would Sam leave her in Shreveport? He didn't leave her. She's an adult. Y'all have to think back to when Jaguar was on the road with the husband and whatnot. There were some times that they would take Sam. The mom would be on her own. So she's used to being by herself. She takes care of herself to the highest degree, to the most degree. I mean, there's certain things that Jag was doing for like food and stuff like that. But overall, she took care of herself. So something like, because when Jag would be out with the husband and Sam and whatnot, and the mother was not with them, where did you think she was? I mean, she was wherever she was actually by herself. She wasn't one of them. So, and again, she's gotten Jaguar an attorney. She's been putting money on Jag's books. All of that. She's doing all of that on her own. So she's fully capable of certain things. Not everything. But people said that he left her. It's like, no, he did not leave her. It was time to go. She chose not to. So he let her be grown. He didn't leave her outside next to a trash can. And if so, what was he supposed to do with that? I mean, anyway, what was he supposed to do? I don't get it. Yeah. She has a driver's license, all of that. That's how Jag got the truck. The truck is in her mom's name. That's Francis's car, from what I hear. That's not Jag's car. She just drives it. Yeah. So yeah, that car's in Jag's name. It's not. The husband doesn't have a driver's license, so he can't finance the car at all. Sam doesn't have a driver's license. He can't finance the car at all. Jag don't put nothing in her name. Whose car is it? So yeah, absolutely. So when Lachelle was over here, she wasn't lying. Now between what her story between her and her sister, that's between them. But the facts that she was putting out there, she was telling the truth. She was telling the truth. When she said that that car's not in Jackson, it's not. Mm-mm, absolutely not. That's why allegedly the repo well, not allegedly. That's why the repo company called Sam Senior, because on paperwork, her last known husband is Sam. Mhm. So they contacted him, the bank, for repossession. They contacted Sam Senior, and he contacted Sam Junior and said, like, look, these people looking for your mama. And they weren't looking for Jag. They were looking for Francis. Yeah, they weren't looking for her because she don't put nothing in her name. They were looking for Francis. So yeah. So it's not. So people keep saying Jag's car. That's not Jag's car. I mean, she drives it, but that's Francis' car. Shout out to Fat Dime. Diane says no, it gets messy. I'm just telling y'all what I know. I love you guys. Shout out to Fat Dime. She says, but I thought she didn't have a valid driver's license. No. Sam's ID expired. Frances did not have her ID. Okay, so that's what she told the family when the family like, look, fly out. She was like, oh, I don't have an ID. I don't have my ID. I don't know my ID. But she has a driver's license. She absolutely does. So her ID could have been, or driver's license could have been with Jag and Jag's pocketbook or her stuff, or Frances could have had her own, just didn't know where it was within that moment in time. So, but not as just, I don't have one at all whatsoever. It's not like that. She has a driver's license. She just said that she didn't have it, like on her. She don't know where it is. That's what she told Lachelle. Not that I don't have a license or anything at all. If she didn't, then Jag wouldn't have been able to get that car. See what I'm saying? Jag wouldn't have been able to get it. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think Frances was just saying those things again. I think Frances was just saying those things because she didn't want to leave. I told her she's not a dumb woman. She's intelligent. She lacks in areas, not everything. Because she still didn't go. So I feel that she was just saying it as an excuse. Because Sam has one. It's just expired. So if Sam has ID, so does Frances. Clearly. She has ID. I think she was just saying it because she didn't want to leave. Because she still has it. Absolutely. So yeah, I think that's what that were. I think she lied to Lachelle and her sisters and told them, I don't have an idea. I don't know where it's at. I don't know my driver's license. I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, I think that she just said it to him just to say it. From what I gather, yes. I don't know if she's been transferred. No, I have no idea. I have no idea. Sean, can you get a car loan with a permit? Are you sure it's not under Sam's name? I'm positive it's not under Sam's name because he doesn't have a permit. So even if that was possible, he don't have one. No. Sam has a valid ID, identification. He doesn't have a license to do anything. Nothing. She had been found there, didn't she? I just thought she got a hotel and stuff. You talking about during the eviction? Because yeah, she would have had to in order to get a hotel and all of that stuff. Hi Sean, why did they contact the husband instead of Sam Senior? Because the husband ain't got a piece of driver's license. What would he go on to a loan for? He ain't got no job. Francis brings in the higher income. Again, when you're getting a car financing, especially, they're going to look at your finances and your bills. Like they ask you questions like how much you rent or mortgage, all of that stuff. They, utility, all of that, they factor all of that in to make sure that you can afford the car. So you have to have a certain wage. You have to make a certain amount of money in order for them to even consider giving you a vehicle. Sam doesn't have a job and he doesn't have any income coming in. Besides the money that Jaguar helped the West Bend get from the VA, he didn't have no money either. And that definitely was not enough to get a car loan. And he does not have a driver's license. So there was really no reason for them to contact the West Bend at all. When it comes to emergency contacts and stuff like that, when you put those contacts on paperwork and whatnot and certain things, they stay that unless you change them. Okay. So if they're looking for a person and they can't find them, then they will go through your old emergency contact, stuff like that. And Sam Sr. being I'm sure the last person that Jaguar had as her emergency contact is still that. So that's why they contacted him, because they couldn't get a hold of any of the other parties. Because I'm sure they were contacting Francis and Jag, which honestly, I don't even think any of them were on it, because my question was like, well, did she use Sam Senior as a reference? Because sometimes they call your reference, well, not sometimes, anytime you're behind on the payment, they're going to call your references and be like, hey, have you heard from this person? And not answering. So they will call your references. So that's what I was thinking at first. And I asked Jag, because Jag was out during this time, because I told her when she had told me about Sam Sr. texting Sam Jr. About the whole repossession thing. I asked her, I said, well, did you have him on a reference? Anything like that? Why would they call him anyway? And she went into this whole spiel about DeSoto. I'm like, girl. I'm like, girl, Jack. I'm like, girl, DeSoto ain't got nothing to do with Sam. The damn bank called Sam, girl. I said, girl. So she talking about some DeSoto. No. That's not, no. We're not going there. We're not going there. We're not going there. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. It's over 2,600 of y'all in the building. Hit the like, hit the like. So, yeah, I have no idea. Besides emergency contact, that's the only way I could think of. Because the husband must not be on any of her paperwork like that, like emergency contact wise. I don't believe that the husband was on the car loan at all. I think it was just Jag and Mama Wright, Miss Francis. I think it was just them, honestly. So yeah, that's what that word. Because I'm like, girl, well, did you use him as a reference, girl? She said no. I said, well, then why would they call him? She said, DeSoto. I said, I checked out. I checked out. So check, please. Check, please. No. Nope. Shout out to Corey. What up, Sean? Much love to you. Thank you. Same to you. Here in the state of Michigan, you can purchase a vehicle with state ID. You only need license to drive it off the lot. So it varies state to state. Here's the thing. It does vary state to state. But not only that, they would have called Sam Jr. They didn't call him. They didn't call him. And then that's registering a video, purchasing a vehicle. That vehicle was not purchased. It's financed. So you have to have a valid driver's license in order to finance. Nobody gets to finance without a valid driver's license. You need one. It's like mandatory. like mandatory, if you're going to have it. To be put on the loan information. Now you can even list a driver is someone that just has an ID. They don't, meaning like this is their car. So it's like if you buy your teenager a car and they don't have their driver's license yet, you can buy them a car and or finance them a car, and whatnot, and then just list them as the driver and whatnot. But with insurance and stuff like that, because most that's a lot of that. If it's a lot, and that means wherever you are, it's ghetto. It's very so much ghetto because what most dealerships, they require you to have full coverage insurance. So if you have to have full coverage insurance on a vehicle, you have to have a driver's license. like you, like that's ghetto because you have to. I've never financed a vehicle without a driver's license. You can't even test drive a car without a driver's license. Like you need a driver's license. like it's like you need one. Buying a car, you don't need a driver's license. Anybody can buy a car. I can go on a lot right now and buy an $80,000-$90,000 vehicle as long as I'm buying it right then and there. I mean, what I have insurance wise and so none of that matters because I own it. It's mine. It belongs to me. But financing a vehicle, like you need a driver's license. Like, I mean, unless you're financing it for someone with no driver's license. I don't get that, but I've never been aware. And again, if it happens where you are, that's that dealership. Don't no whole state do that. In the state of Texas, you do not need a driver. Yes, you do. And it goes by bank, honestly. So, I mean, if the bank doesn't require you to have a driver's license, I mean, I guess. But if cars get repoed and stuff like that, if it's tore up because it's not insured, then they're liable for it. Well, most insurance companies, they will prefer you have a driver's license if you're gonna be, because even getting tickets can make your insurance go up. I guess they don't do that in Texas either. Because if you get the tickets, so if you don't have a driver's license and you're getting insurance, it's like, why would we give you this when you're gonna keep going? Because you don't have no license. So if you're driving, it's a high probability you're gonna get pulled over. You don't have a license. So them all type of tickets out the woo-ha. Like that don't even make sense. But I mean, that's what I said. If they let you do that's very ghetto. And cool. But in the states that I don't lived in, no, you need a driver's license. But again, it's not in Sam's name because they would have called him. They did not. They called looking for Francis. They didn't call looking for him. They didn't call looking for the husband. They didn't call looking for none of them. They called looking for either Francis or Jacqueline. One or the other. So, and it's not in Jaguar's name. So obviously it's in Francis's. It's not in the husband's. He ain't got no license. So definitely won't go to his place. So yeah. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So I wish Jag did things differently. Can you imagine starting all over again? I mean, even buying clothes, her actions affected everyone around her. Agreed. But when you are sinking, when you're, I don't know what to say, when it comes to her. That's what I said. She has to, because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. In Texas, at third-party lots, they will allow you to get a car out of license. Ghetto. She said third party. After the car has been owned 6 times, Sean, you don't need a driver's license. After the car 237,000 miles, you don't need a driver's license. Ooh, shout out to the ghetto lots. Shout out to the ghetto lots. Ooh, the lots that sell stolen cars. Gone, y'all. She needs her meds all the time. Correct. She does. She absolutely does. And when you're in a manic episode, none of that matters. You could care less. Correct. I think that, Jag suffers from, mental illness. We all know that. So, but again, I don't feel like it excuses things. It's not excuse it, with Jag being as intelligent as she is, I think it's the narcissist in her that won't take her own advice because she'll give other people fabulous advice, but won't take none of it herself. Jag got out of that car fast after the her car was destroyed. So the mama car they was driving also. Jag said she had to finish paying off the yes. So again, most dealerships, but I guess in Texas, they don't care. But most dealerships aren't even going to give you another car if you own a loan on another one. So they're not even going to do it. But no, I think Jag gives amazing advice. She just won't take any of it herself. With her being a narcissist, she does not want to take accountability. So that's why I said it does not excuse anything because she learns nothing from that. It enables it for her to come out because I feel like, when she get out, it's going to be everybody else's fault. She gonna find it a reason to be something everybody else did, other than her. She will find someone to place this blame on other than herself. And I feel like that's why she can't move forward. Because again, she's a very intelligent woman. So she knows these things about other people in other situations, right? Why can't she take the accountability then herself, so that she can move on, go on to what's next for her in life. The reason Jag can't do that is because she's not taking her medication. And with her not taking her medication, her behaviors and episodes outweigh her rational thinking. So she can't think rationally because when you have a beautiful brain, like people that do suffer from certain things, whether it's schizophrenia, bipolar, dementia, autism, Asperger's. You have an amazing brain, big, beautiful brain, right? But not everything that comes out of it is, because sometimes it's just like your imagination, right? And there's no separation. It's like she will merge real things with imagination. So she's putting a real situation that has an end, instead of it ending, she adds imagination to it. So now it's hard. That's why it's so hard for people to believe what she says. It's like part of you wants to believe her, but there's a bigger part of you that doesn't, right? And that's because, again, she has a beautiful mind. So I mean, it just, it is what it is. I mean, it absolutely, I just feel like, yeah. I think that if she took her medication, it would be easier for her to decipher. But I don't think that she likes how her medication makes her feel. I think that it downs her. She's the type of person that wants to be up and, involved and, going on with the goings on, and hype, and all of that. I don't think, and with her medicine, I think it calms her. It may make her sleepy, and things like that. And I don't think she likes feeling that way. I don't think she likes that. So, but that's the thing that could be changed if she took it on the regular. Because if it was too much or, whatnot, the doctors could find her a better regimen. But if she's not taking it, you're never going to figure that out, sweetie. Yeah, you're never going to figure that out. I think what she is going through can be controlled to a certain degree, but I don't feel like Jaguar wants to control it. I feel like she wants it to just, I feel like she just wants to just let it out, instead of putting a lid on it, not suppressing it, but just, just trying to find a better balance. I think it's hard for her to do so when life is going so fast, but life is going so fast because she's making it. No one's making her life go quickly. She could catch up to have a normal, type of situation around her, but you have to want to. I don't think Jag wants to. I think Jag likes, just being able to say whatever she wants, do whatever she wants. Notice how she brags a lot about, if I was lying, why haven't they sued me? It doesn't mean that you're telling the truth, because someone has not sued you. It does not mean that. And she says that often. So I'm just like, yeah, girl. Mm-mm. Absolutely. It's like you're definitely doing too much, because I'm going to keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. And then, so that's what I told her. I'm like, well, if somebody sues you, then that means that you're lying, right? She says, no, then you're canceling out what you're saying. Because you can't say they're not suing me because I'm being honest. Because that's part of your disorder, that you are dealing with. You literally have a mental disorder that is untreated. It's untreated. So with it being untreated, it's kind of meshing into every aspect of your life to where it's affecting everything. That's why the home, the losing the husband, the losing the Sam, the possibly losing the mother, everybody is leaving around you. Everyone. You're going to get out to just you. And nobody wants you to be alone, feel like you have nothing, or anything like that. But this is where you've brought it. So you need to see you have nothing. This is a rock bottom. A rock bottom is when you are truly alone. You can't hit a rock bottom with people holding your hands as you're trying. No, you just got to let them fall, so they can get up differently, instead of getting up how they always do, feeling as if this isn't their fault. It is. All of this is Jaguar's fault. All of this. This has nothing to do with anybody but her. In order to gain control, she has to want to. It doesn't seem that she wants to. And that's just me being real. I think she likes how she is. She feels like it's fun. And it's really not. Because she views it as content. It's not content. You being in jail, not content. That's real life. Your car allegedly being repoed, girl, it's real life. Your mama staying in a hotel and not feeling like she could, that's real life. The husband being elsewhere, real life. Absolutely. This is all real. This is all real. And you have nothing to fall back on. You don't have Philadelphia. You don't even have your music career right now. You have nothing. You don't have your family. Nothing. So out of all of those things, there's a common denominator. It's her. I can't blame anybody else in your life for what's going on besides you, because you are the common denominator. You are involved in every situation in your life that's not going right. It has nothing to do with the people, because everyone is different. But if everybody kind of feels the same way about you, what does that say about you? Because everybody not lying on you. So I feel like you need to get with that. Get with why these people feel this way, so that you can move on. It's that simple. It's not as hard as I feel like Jaguar and other people try to make it. It's just as simple as her getting her disorder together by taking her medication and getting on a better regimen with it, so that she can exist and coexist better. Being able for people to trust inviting her around them and wanting her around. She just has to get that disorder together. And that's the reason why she's going to continue to destroy and sabotage relationships with people. She's going to keep doing that. That's not going to stop. It's not going to stop until she does something different. Literally doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. So Jaguar doing the same thing over and over and over, which is not taking her medication and not getting up with her doctors and whatnot to make sure everything is good. Because disorders can get worse. They can get worse. They can. It's a progression, type of thing. So they can get worse. But if you're doing certain things to prevent it, then, you can change it. But I don't feel like she wants to. She has to come to that on her own. No one can drag her across that finish line, just like no one could drag her mother and throw her in no vehicle or no plane or nothing. Can nobody do that? She has to want it on her own, because then it's going to stick. I mean, how many of you have people in your life that may be like alcoholics or drug addicts or, so many other things, right? You want them to stop, whether they smoke cigarettes or whatever. You want them to stop, but that's what you want. So if they stop because of you, it's not going to stick. What's going to stick is them stopping for themselves, because then the change will stick. It'll stay because that's something that they want. Then you can avoid a lot of things in the future. But if they're only doing it for you, that's not enough. They have to want it for themselves. So that's what I say about Jaguar. I can't want this for her more than her. Like, no, you got to want this. It's your life. It's not my life. It's yours. I don't have this type of relationship with my family. I mean, my family are good. We get along great. So, I mean, we've had our problems just like any other family, but overall, we're a loving family. And those are my decisions because of the things that I've done. So it's the same thing with her. Having a disorder or not, mental, however you want to put it, does not excuse her behavior. It does not excuse it. It doesn't. A lot of things that she's done, I mean, because I've talked to family members and I've heard some stuff, but like I said, that's their stories to tell. It's not for me to say. But yeah, I wish them the best. I want the best for them. Absolutely do. But yeah, I can't force her to, she has to do it on her own. And just support her, along the way. So it's the same thing with her family. They want her to get help. They want her to get what she needs, but they can't force her to do it. No different than Frances. They can't force Frances to do something she doesn't want to do. They can't do that. They can't. So yeah, that's why I said a real friend will tell you the truth. Not just tell you things to boost you up, but won't tell you why. They feel the other way about it. My friend is making bad decisions. I'm going to let them know, like, I don't think that that's smart. I don't think that you should do that. If they still do it, it doesn't mean that they don't have to be my friend anymore. Like, those are their decisions. But yeah, so now, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Now if it's something like awful, like a crime related, like the R word or the M word, something like that, yeah, I'm separating myself. But if it's just they threaten people or they said this, that's them. That ain't gonna do me. That's them threatening people or whatever they're doing. That's them treating people badly, and stuff like that. I mean, what that got to do with me? I'm not doing it. People saying like, oh, she's over there doing elder abuse to her mother. I'm not doing it. I mean, you coming to tell me like what? Because I'm gonna tell her the same thing you're gonna say. Don't do that. That's it. But I think people need to look at that. Like this is their family. So when they're hearing, Jag do and say certain things, to Mama Wright, Frances, and stuff like that, why would they not be upset? Why would they not be mad? They are. They are. And I think it's important to know that they miss her. The family misses Mama Wright. They miss her. They miss Frances. They've been wanting to see her for so long. But they feel as if she's been like taken, because if they have to deal with what is giving, is if they have to deal with Jaguar to deal with Frances, then they're just going to have to unfortunately not deal with Frances, because it's not like she's willing to come and visit them, and stuff like that. She's just, when she's with some in the area, she just kind of just there, kind of just that's where she be, type of situation. So it's like, it's not like we can stop by and see her, because where's she at, and stuff like that, because we don't want no dealings with, so that's how it is. It's not like they don't want, they love her. They love her just like Jaguar love her. They want to see her, but they just feel like they would treat her better. Like, she would get better treatment. If she was around us, she's choosing to be there. She literally won't. All of our doors are wide open for her. She won't walk through none of them. It's not because we treat her badly. It's not because we have a problem. It's not because we have a bad relationship. She just, Jag is her baby. That is her golden child. That is what it is. Like, that's where they're at. So, and I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate in certain ways. I'm sure y'all could. So, with y'all being able to relate, what are we judging them for? Like, I mean, they did not put her in the situation that she is in. When I'll tell you like this, when Mama Wright, Frances, lived around Lachelle and the family and her sisters, she had her own place. She had a beautiful place. That she had a beautiful apartment. She had a man she was literally dating. She went to church. All of that. Then Lachelle and her family moved, and she ended up with Jag ended up coming to where they were and taking her to Texas. And they've been in Texas ever since. So that's what that is. It wasn't like, because she was doing fine. She was doing great. She absolutely was. She was doing great when she was there. She had a boyfriend and everything. So she went down to Texas and her life kind of went to hell. Honestly. That's what that were. Yeah. So it's not like she's choosing to stay with Jag because how bad the other family. No, the family's been just fine to her. They absolutely have. No one's hurt her, or anything like that. Shout out to, is it Miss Kesha? Kesha keeping the faith. I hope I'm saying that right. Good afternoon, Sean. I love you too. And OKP, I love him as well. How you both are genuinely covering Jag, wishing much success and respect to you both. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, sweetie. Shout out to OKP, Official Campaign. Shauna says, Sean, I love your strategies as of how you put everything into perspective. I just think it's important to know, because if you don't, because you can do what you will with the information. Is how I am. Again, I'm not saying anything for people to back Jaguar or anything like that. If you don't like her, you have every right. If you don't want anything to do with her, you have every right. If you think Jaguar is evil, you have every right. If you think Jaguar is the scum of the earth, you have every right. If you think Jaguar needs to be in jail, you have every right. If you feel like Jaguar should go to a psych ward, you have every right. If you feel like she should be in a hospital for 6 months to a year, you have every right. I'm not defending anything. I just want to, just give people better information so that they could look differently, at things instead of just listening to people that don't know them or know the story. And again, it's their story to tell. So, yeah, I just think it's important, because then when you can put pieces together, it's just like, oh, that makes sense. Because now I can see why she does this and why she feels that way and why she's, so it's just for those reasons only. Again, I'm not here to anybody that does not like Jag. You are entitled to that. I am not going to argue with you. Anything that you've seen of her and you think that Jag is an evil person, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say, because those are Jaguar's actions. So I'm not going to come forward defending what she's done and said to people. That's nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me at all. I'm too busy women for me. I'm too busy, worrying about me, So, because there's plenty of people coming from me. So it's just like, Jag ain't live cussing none of them out. So, yeah. So, yeah. I'm just, like I said, I'm a subscriber. I've been telling y'all, I'm a subscriber just like y'all. I'm gonna just sit back and watch, and that's what I've been doing, sitting back and watching, just like y'all. So, yeah, but no, I'm not here to fight for her. I'm gonna fight for anybody at this moment. I feel like her family deserves respect, because they have been watching for many years, and to be powerless. Again, who wants to watch their mom outside when you have a home yourself, a beautiful home, and your mom could be here living great? Who wants to watch them get evicted? Who wants to watch that? Who want to watch their mom be at a hotel, and other people live trying to raise money for it? Who put her mom in that situation? Jaguar. That's what I said. I'm not. There's nothing to defend when it comes to Jaguar. I just have to let her be. Like I gotta let her do her thing. Like she has to explain all of this stuff, not me. It's nothing for me to explain. Or to defend. I'm not defending any of it because I don't agree with it. It's hard for me to defend something I don't agree with. I don't agree with the treatment of Frances. I do not think Frances should be there. I think Jaguar is a free spirit and she should live her life and she should put her mom somewhere more secure, and so Jaguar can go and do her thing, you know. You can see again with the resentment with Jag. We've all heard her on live. Be disrespectful towards Frances and our opinions because a lot of us will never talk to our mothers like that. So it's instant disrespect is how we feel. There's no explanation in most of our eyes. There, her. But again, if you've noticed, shout out to Crypto Fitness and Gaming says thanks for not blocking people like the new super thug. Who? Never mind. I don't know what that means. I may not agree with everything you say, but glad you have an open door. Yeah, I absolutely have an open door. And like I said, I don't mind people having an opinion. I literally don't. I don't. You are entitled to your opinion. You get to feel how you feel. If people are out here doing what they do, that's why my chat is an open chat. I don't put because I can take it. I don't care what you say to me. Because my moderators will handle you. But yeah, so I do an open chat. I always let people freely speak. I let you do that. There's no such thing as like freely threatening or freely disrespecting, because disagreeing with something that somebody does not mean that you have to disrespect them in the process, because there are two different things. Just like I said with Jaguar, I will explain things, but I'm not using the other E word, an excuse. I'm not excusing anything that she's done. We've all been through a lot, and going through things, it does not excuse bad behavior. It does not. So because bad things happen to us, it does not give us a pass or anything to go out here and make bad decisions and do bad things. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It literally does not matter. It doesn't matter how horrifying it was. It does not matter. It does not mean because I went through this horrifying experience, I get to go out here wrecking havoc and putting other people's lives that had nothing to do with what I did or what happened to me through hell because of this other person. So excuse me while I go out here and just wreck stuff, just destroy everything, flip the table over because of what this person did to me. And I'm flipping the table over a bunch of people that have never hurt me, that love me, because we hurt the people we love the most. So yeah, I just think that it's important to be unbiased with conversations like this, because you should be able to speak. You have the right to speak. I'm not going to take that from you. For what? This is not the Jaguar fan show or anything like that. No, this is my show. So rather Jag loves me or hate me, I don't care. That has nothing to do with me. I just want her to get help. She like I said, she come out right now, come cursing me out and all that. I would just ignore her. I would send love to her. I wish you the best, sweetie. Is what I would say. It's not worth it. It really isn't because she's hurting. She is. She's going through a lot. She is. But she's taking herself through it. None of this is accidental. It's deliberate. Everything she's taking herself through is on purpose. So I'm not stupid. I'm not about to sit here and try to figure out ways and try to make her just. She isn't. She isn't justified. All of the things that she said about people and done doesn't make it right because people may have done that to her. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't. It's still not okay. I have people in my family I don't disagree. I'm not coming out blasting them for what? But if I do, there's consequences to that. And I'm going to take them. I'm going to take them. And she needs to too. Her family doesn't go out here on these rants and stuff about her and all of that, but she does. So since she does, there's consequences. And those consequences is everybody has I've had enough. And I want to talk. I want to say something. Because, enough is enough. It's like now y'all dragging our family in this stuff all over again. Like we just living our lives. She down because she want to be with Jaguar. We letting her do what she want to do. Like how we being penalized for that? because we're not controlling her. Isn't that the problem with Jaguar? That she controlling her? Don't y'all got a problem with that? And that she controlling her funds and all that stuff? So y'all want her to go from one slave master to another one? Like, no, we want her to be free. We want her to come on her own. So she'll come in love. If you forcing somebody to go somewhere they don't want to go, do you know how horrible this is gonna be awful? This is gonna be awful. She's gonna combat everything. She's not, it's gonna be awful. You want them to come willingly, because then they come open. They're open to change, they're open to new things. You can't force it. It has to be something that they're walking into. That's all. Just an open door. Just come on in. Like Sam Sr. did with Sam Jr. He just opened the door. That's all I wanted. That's it. Just open the door for your son. And that's what he did. He opened the door. That's it. To his heart, to his home, all of that. Wonderful. Wonderful. A great end to a chaotic story. Sam gets to close the book for now. It's not a part of it. He gets to close the book. Frances still got her book open. And we need to close us too. So, it's how I look at it. And no one is forcing Frances to do anything. I'm not going to call her like, Frances, you need to go. No, this needs to be something she does on her own. Because if she don't, she's just going to come right back. So as soon as she hear wind of Jaguar could be free, is free, she's going to go right back if she's forced. So it's better that she just makes the decision on her own, because then she'll get comfortable where she is and then she'll want to stay. So then when she gets comfortable where she is and she wants to stay, if Jag comes and tries to change that, because another thing I have to realize is, from what the family's telling me, Jaguar does not have power of attorney over Miss Frances, Mama Wright. She does not have power of attorney over her. She is still declared competent. She's not declared incompetent. She's not. So she's still over her own finances. Now I don't know if her and Jaguar just have like synced bank accounts or something like that, but because to have power of attorney over someone, you have to be declared competent as well. You got to be competent, coming in here saying that I'm going to speak for somebody that's not. What doctor said Jack competent? She in and out of jail, in and out of competent? I don't know. I don't know about them giving that to her. I don't know. I don't know about none of that. Nah. So as far as I'm concerned, from what I got from the family, no one has power of attorney over Frances. So yeah. So what people saying, I don't know if Jaguar said that. I don't remember. But no one has power of attorney over her. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you have to be declared sane if you're gonna say that somebody is insane. So you gotta be it in order to call it out. You can't be in there, look what I can do, look what I can do, look what I can do. And then, talk about some but. No, ain't no but. So I don't know nothing about that. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there is no power of attorney. There is none. No, ma'am. There is no power of attorney. Jaguar has no power like over her mother besides the mental power that she has over her, the manipulation. That's about it. That is about it. Jag is 45, about to be 46, I believe. I believe, yes. Her mother's like 77, 78, something like that. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So yeah, she does not have power of attorney over her. So I don't believe she has control over the account. I think that her mom just lets her do her thing. Is how I feel. Absolutely, is how I feel. I think Jag lets her mom treat her like that because her mom feels like she deserves it. Yeah. Her mom, yeah, just a bank account. Yeah, just a joint. Yeah, yes, bunny trees. Just a joint bank account. Yes, I would agree. I think she feels like she deserves it because she feels like, Jaguar is her baby and the one that needs her help. And because she's took her through certain things, the Jaguars had to do a lot for her, and stuff like that. Notice how Mama Wright, Francis, even when her and Jaguar did have any like issue, like during the eviction video when Jaguar was yelling at her and saying, why did you pack this food? It's spoiled, things like that. Notice how Mama Payne didn't say anything negative in return. She did not get confrontational at all. She absolutely did not. Anytime Jaguar treats her like that or talks to her like that, she allows it. She allows it. She does not correct it. And how I put it is like, like when a mother or a father hasn't been there for their child for a certain amount of time, real burnt gapish, a little piece of burnt gap. And you come back into your kid life. And then when you come back into, I said Mama, no, I mean Mama Wright. Sorry if I said Mama Payne because she's on my brain because I love her. Here, Flip. Shout out to Mama Payne. Unless they must be back in the other part of the show. Yeah, whatever. So it's like when you haven't been there for your kid, and then you go back into your kid's life, and then you feel. So if they're like treating you as someone like you weren't there for me, I ain't gotta listen to you. All of that stuff. You kind of allow it. Just because you haven't. So it's kind of hard to argue with that because it is true, but at the same time, you want respect, from said kid. But it's hard to request something you haven't earned. See what I'm saying? So I think that that's how their dynamic is that since Jaguar has been helping and assisting her mom since, like childhood, I think that she still carries that she still feels like she owes Jaguar, like I owe her, this. I do. Because Jaguar speaks very foul about her mother. She does. She says a lot of mean things. A lot of mean things. Says that she's insane, that she's crazy, that she's worthless, that she doesn't do anything. Yeah. She blames a lot on her. And her mom allows it. So with her allowing it, I think she feels like she deserves it. Yeah. It's kind of like, again, parent not being there and your kid says certain things to you. You just kind of just take it because you feel like you deserve it. Like, well, I do deserve that. But she doesn't deserve that. Jaguar shouldn't talk to her like that. And she knows she shouldn't. She knows. Not anything that you have to tell her. But I mean, I still did. But I'm just like, girl, not too much on your mama. Like, girl, you be live. I don't know, sometimes you be getting you live, but either way it goes, doesn't matter because you shouldn't be treating her like that, whether you're alive or whether you ain't. She's like, well, Sean, I ain't know what Sean. I'm like, girl, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying. Like, girl, there is nothing cute about that. Like, that is not okay. That woman ain't did nothing. Like, don't do that. So, I mean, I've definitely said things because, again, if I don't agree with something, I'm not about to act like I do. Like, it's not. So, when she would call me after things like that, I'd be like, girl, that was not cute. You did not have to say that to that woman. Like, you did not have to do that. Like, girl, because if you're doing that, because she was like, because like I said, whether the camera's on or off, I said, but I talk to you. So I know that you're not doing certain things. But again, I'm not on the phone with you every day, all day. So, I mean, I know certain things, but I don't know everything. But to the public, especially the ones that don't like you, they're going to think the opposite. They're going to think if she treats her mom like this while on camera, imagine what she does when the camera go off. So they're going to think that you over there putting your hands on her and all type of stuff. So it's just best to not do nothing like that, especially on camera. There's nothing cute about it. Nothing cute about it. I said, because they're going to think the opposite. They're not going to think like, oh, well, no. If she talks to her like that, if she treating her like that, when those cameras go off, she probably over there stomping that woman, pushing her down, slapping her, punching on her, not feeding her. She probably doing all type of stuff. So I'm just like, a girl, like, do not do that. That's why I said there's nothing cute about it. Nothing. That can get real ugly. And she was wondering why people was calling to do wellness checks. to have wellness checks done on Frances to make sure that she had her medication, because Jack, you're not giving you care. We're not giving you care about your mother on camera. That is not what you're giving. You're giving that she's an issue, that she's a burden. So that's what when Jack come in, I'm like, I'm not condoning people calling on you, but I don't blame them, because of how you're treating her. Like, just don't do that, because again, they're gonna think that worse things are happening when the camera goes off. They're not gonna be comforted if they already don't like you, especially, and comforted about you talking to that woman like that and treating her like that. That's not. If anything, they're gonna be worried because her lives are quick. Like, she don't stay live long. Sometimes she may give you an hour, hour and a half, but overall, she'd be live sometimes 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Like, her lives don't be real long. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people are gonna worry if you're talking to her like that and then the camera off. It's like, what the? She probably over there doing all type of stuff. We need to call the police. I don't blame them. I don't blame them, because they're not calling the police on Sam and making sure Sam's well and making sure, because you don't treat Sam bad from what we see. You don't treat him badly. You don't. You're not yelling at him and calling him out. You're not doing it. Calling him. You're not doing any of that. You're not. So that's why but if you're treating your mom like this, people are going to assume that you treat Sam this way too. They just haven't seen it yet, but it doesn't mean you're not doing it. So that's why I say, girl, this is how it works. I've been doing YouTube a long time. I know how the game go. So I know how people think. So I'm just like, yeah, that's not a good look, like, at all, whatsoever. If you're upset with your child or anything like that, go live. If I'm like really mad at one of my kids, I'm not going live. Going live for what? People gonna think all type of things. They're gonna think, when it's just a parent being upset, like, y'all remember how our parents used to yell at us, and stuff like that. They weren't beating us or nothing. They were just mad that day. So like, it was real mad. We did something real bad. They was just mad that day. But usually later on that day, they said in some way, shape, or form, they showed us that they loved us. Whether they came and told us the food done or what you want to eat, I'm about to run out. Something like, even just little things like that, was reassuring that, they still love us. They're just mad at us at this point in time. So that's what I said. I'm like, girl, you don't do that. If I were you, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, I wouldn't do that. If I were you, she's careful how she treats Sam. Pay attention. I'm glad you said that, because her first son, her one that passed away, God rest his soul, Giovanni, they had smoke, but Sam, Jaguar's attentive. She listens to him. She loves on him. All of that because she feels like Sam needs her, just like her mom. You see how her mom let Lachelle go because Lachelle is the okay child, the one that took care of themselves, the one that she felt like didn't need her as much, But Sam, but Jaguar, of course, she's very attentive. Her every need, she's right there. It's the same thing with Sam and Jaguar. Jaguar will do anything for Sam and take care of Sam. Like, she'll do all of that. But it's the relationship dynamic that she had with Giovanni was completely different. They were like, she kind of just let Giovanni do his thing. But with Sam, she babies him. Like, she absolutely does. Because she feels like Sam needs her. She feels like, my baby a little touched. This is my baby. Like, just like her mom. She feels like Jaguar's a little touched. This is my baby. Okay. See what I'm saying? See the dynamic? See, it explains it. Doesn't excuse it, but it explains it. See? Yeah, so she does treat Sam well. She does. Just like her mom treats her well. So if Sam cuts Jaguar out, she will let him. She will let him. She will let him. Because Lachelle basically raised Jaguar until she moved. So that's what people don't get. Just like Sam Sr. raised Sam Jr. And overall, the family raised Giovanni. Jaguar did not. Did she have him at times? Yes. But did she raise him? No. She did not raise him. Like, she gotta, it's like her saying she raised Sam. No, you were a part of him being raised, but I mean, you were in jail at times, all the time. His father had custody. You didn't. You didn't. And then when people say like, oh, well, Jaguar's sister, Lachelle, testified against her. Well, the only reason why she testified is because she didn't return Sam like she was supposed to due to the custody agreement. So Sam Sr. did not have full, like literal, like Jaguar only had weekends. Something. It wasn't like that. Okay. So instead of returning Sam Jr., Jaguar kept Sam Jr. And she kept him for 2 more weeks than she was supposed to. And he was supposed to be enrolled in school. She never enrolled him in school, or anything like that. So that's why the family sided with Sam Sr. for him to go with his father because his father was more stable. So it wasn't because they had already raised Giovanni. So it's like, now we got to raise Sam too? Why? When his father's willing to step in, Giovanni didn't have that. His father did not step in and raise him. He didn't do that. The family did. This time around, which the family would have raised Sam, but his father was willing to do it. And he's a good man. So why would they? So it wasn't to go against Jaguar. It was to this is the better decision. This is the better choice. This will be better for Sam if Sam goes with his dad, just like now. So it's different than a family trying to rip him. That's not their motive. What were they supposed to do? Stop and take care of him? Like, they already did that. They got their own kids. Like, they had Lachelle raised Giovanni. That's why her daughters called Giovanni their brother, because they were raised together. Lachelle had a little babies when they started raising Giovanni. So they were raised together as like, this is my brother. They weren't raised like, this is my cousin. It was an understanding that that was his cousin. I mean, that was their cousin. But he had been around them like brothers, like their brother, because they were literally raised together from infants up, type of situation. So what was Lachelle supposed to do that all over again? When you have a willing participant, the father, a good man, good father, wants to raise his own kid, I'm not going against that. Because if he don't do it, we got to do it. Not to say that we won't, but why when he can? Like, we got our own kids to take care of, and whatnot. So that's why they sided. It didn't have anything to do with them trying to get back at her, or anything like that. No, it had nothing to do with that. So, I mean, that's why. That's all I know. Sam does not get a check. No, he does not. No, he does not. He does not. But yeah, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, I'm at my 2-hour mark. This was a very good show. I hope we got a lot of questions answered. We may do a part 2 if y'all would like. We may do a part 2 if you guys would like. But yeah, I'm at my 2-hour mark. So I may jump on Station Head for a little bit. I may jump over there for like 30 minutes to an hour. So I may go over there because I have a lot of stuff to do this evening. So I won't have time to do it later because I have a lot of videos that are coming out. We have a few videos that are dropping on coffee. We have a couple of videos that are dropping over here, a couple of survivings that are dropping. So I'm really busy, but I'm still trying to go live as well to feed y'all because I know y'all hate when I don't go live. So yeah, so I hope I did a good job doing a little of the family drama explained, because it's a lot. I mean, it definitely is. It's a lot. It is a lot. So yeah, so I hope I explained that as best as I could. I prayers to the Wright family, to all of them. Pray that Frances makes a safe trip back to her daughter, Lachelle, so that she could, start over. So she can start over. So yeah, I will go over to Station Head and we'll talk about this a little bit more. Y'all know we talk about things over there that we don't talk about here. So don't miss the show because you never know what you'll find out. But yeah, so I love you guys. But yeah, just send the Wright family a little prayer. Even pray for Jack. You know, send Jack a little prayer tonight. But yeah, Sam Jr. is good. He's with his dad. Everything's fine. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. I love you guys. And until the next show, oh my goodness. Oh, bye.
Fresh, 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 fresh.